Hello everybody and welcome back to MBKB Talks. It's also a very important week for us this week, which is National Apprenticeship Week. Ooh. It's one of the biggest weeks for us as an apprenticeship training provider. And whether you're an apprentice, an employee, or someone just curious about the world of apprenticeships, this is the week that you want to tune in.
Today's episode is called The Power of Apprenticeships, and we're really excited to get into it as well. As Jacob said, it's our National Apprenticeship Week special, but also it's quite special for another reason, as it marks the 1 year anniversary of MBKB Talks.
Woo! So to celebrate, we have indeed got a little cake here. So congratulations to us.
The episode.
Oh, is it going to light?
Is it gonna go?
Whee! You want to blow it out? Oh, nearly. And 3, 2, 1. Oh, well, mine didn't go. And we'll do it again. 3, 2, 1. Way!
So, for this episode, we've broken things down into a few different sections from debating topics such as why apprenticeships matter, the future of work, and AI. We're going to look at that as well.
Very interesting.
We've also got an apprenticeship this or that. So make sure you stay tuned, and as always, we'll end with the Empower Hour.
Great stuff. So, first off, section 1. Before we jump into the debates, of course, we want to start with something a little bit more sort of foundational, I suppose. Why apprenticeships matter in the first place.
So, Jacob, why do we personally think apprenticeships are so important in 2026?
Well, I think personally apprenticeships are important because, one, they're great for upskilling yourself. They're also great for upskilling your staff. And yeah, just overall getting the experience and the learning all in one environment. I think that's a pretty simple answer to that one.
Yeah, for sure. Couldn't have said it any better myself.
Thank you. And what do apprenticeships offer, Lauren, that traditional education can't?
Yeah, so the first thing that comes to mind is the ability to earn while you learn. Obviously, like with an apprenticeship, you'll be in work while also studying. And whereas you can't do that while you're at university, obviously you'd have to have sort of separate job and your university, which can be a lot to juggle all at once. So yeah.
100%, yeah.
What gaps in the workplace do apprenticeships help fill that employers usually struggle with?
Oh, various gaps really. So, apprenticeships, there's various different types of apprenticeships and they can help fill any gaps really. But mainly, if you've got a skills shortage within your industry and are looking to start someone who is open to learning or you're just trying to fill a gap that you haven't currently got, then an apprenticeship is definitely the right place to look. I know at MBKB we do actually offer a free recruitment service, little plug there. But yeah, definitely worth doing. It will help fill any gaps that you are looking to fill, really.
Yeah, so from payroll to HR to
coaching and learning and development. You could literally fill any role with an apprenticeship. And it doesn't really just limit to MBKB's apprenticeships, really. You've got apprenticeships in engineering, marine biology. You can even get an apprenticeship to become a police officer, I think, now. So, there's various different ones. Definitely, 100%.
Cool.
So, Lauren, do you think apprenticeships give people more confidence because they're learning in real life, in real time, with real skills?
I think so. Because you'll be in the role and you'll be learning about the role even further and, get a deeper understanding of it. And I think that's only going to benefit you and, your employer and as the employee as well, the apprentice. Yeah.
Definitely.
I think
so. I agree. Great stuff. So, I think it's time for the quick fire round now, if I'm right.
It is indeed time for the quick fire round. We've got a this or that, but apprenticeship edition. Just going to do quick questions and
nice.
Yeah, either or.
No overthinking. First in 6 only. But yeah, we can talk about our answers after.
Yeah, sounds good.
Want to fire the first one at me?
Yep. University or apprenticeship?
Apprenticeship all day long. Learn by doing or learn by reading?
Or learn by doing.
Okay, okay, okay.
Skills or knowledge?
Knowledge. I know they're very similar, but I think knowledge for me. I like to know. Well, I suppose they're sort of quite similar, but yeah, knowledge. Classroom or workplace?
Workplace.
Nice.
I think you get a bit more freedom.
Yeah, agreed.
Structured learning or flexible learning?
100% flexible learning. And I have been exposed to seeing that at MBKB and how it works, and it works very well for both the employer and the tutor. Group projects or independent work?
Independent work for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love that.
Immediate feedback or end of module feedback?
Immediate feedback. I like constant feedback to know where I'm at. Definitely.
Agreed.
A tough mentor or a supportive mentor?
Mm. I don't know. I feel like they could both be the same thing almost, because a tough mentor doesn't mean they're not supportive.
If you could have one though.
Supportive, I guess.
Nice. And
Yeah. Career change or career progression?
career progression.
Nice.
So, the next section is just called Apprenticeships Today. And yeah, Lauren?
So, Jacob, do you think that apprenticeships will still have the same stigma attached to them in 2026?
Yeah, so I mean, if that stigma is the fact that they're becoming better than degrees, then yeah. But I mean, yeah, I mean, hopefully, as the years go on, people are starting to trust apprenticeships more than sort of university degrees, hopefully. And I know we touched on this in our last episode. But yeah, I mean, hopefully, apprenticeships are getting less stigma the more and more we go on, I suppose.
I hope so.
Now, do you think we finally are starting to see a bit of a shift at where apprenticeships are viewed as equally valuable as university, would you say? Or
I think so. I think so for sure. I think there's a lot more information about apprenticeships. Like we're trying to put more information out there, but there is a lot more that you can see, like on socials and on news and stuff. I think it's been, yeah, I think so.
again, agreed. I think the people are starting to get sick and tired of paying university fees when you can actually get trained for free if you're a learner and also get paid for doing so. So yeah, that's definitely something I think is changing.
I think so. What do you think young people actually want from learning now?
Well, I mean, it's hard to say. I suppose depends what type of person you are. But personally, I think people just want easy access learning, free learning, and they want to be able to gain experience while learning as well, so that they can actually evidence that when they're going for their jobs. Because there's a lot of the problem at the minute is the fact that people are learning, but they're not getting the experience. I think that's a real problem we have.
I agree completely, and I think like also say flexibility that an apprenticeship offers in that if you as a young person if you leaving school or something and you do an apprenticeship straight out of school you're going to get straight into the working world. You're also going to be earning while so you'll be earning while you're learning, which I definitely do keep repeating, but it's a fact.
Yeah.
And you're going to get a bit more freedom and a bit more flexibility. Perhaps you don't have to do a job where you work on the weekend or something. So I think, yeah, freedom and flexibility as well.
Definitely, yeah, definitely.
Up next, we're looking at the future of work, and obviously we can't talk about that without bringing up AI.
Indeed.
So Jacob, do you think AI is pushing apprenticeships forward, or does it risk replacing entry roles altogether?
I do think AI is going to play a massive part in apprenticeships, I must say. What that is at the moment is quite a grey area, really, because obviously it's such a new thing. People don't know how students can use it yet without actually doing the work for them, I suppose, is a bit of the grey area. I mean, at MBKB, we are starting to sort of create some in-house guidelines of what this can and can't be, which I'm sure we could definitely delve into on another video. But yeah, I think it's here and it's going to happen. It's just how that looks in the government's eyes and Skills England as well, how they view it. And yeah, it's a bit of a sticky one really. But I mean, with AI being so accessible, I would definitely be taking advantage of that if I was a student, just to learn more and make it more easier to learn and more accessible and everything like that, really.
I think so. I think it can only push us forward in terms of like, if we, as long as we use it there as a helping tool and not let it, take over in terms of our thinking and, thought process and creativity, I think for sure it can definitely help.
So, Lauren, here's another angle to get your thoughts on. Do you think AI is changing the creative side of work too? For example, in social media, marketing, content creation and design. And is it helping people or is it making roles feel less human, would you say?
I think it's helping, for sure. Like I use it as a help in, sometimes collating ideas and, I'd input something and be like, oh, okay, that can give me another angle or another view, sort of like something to bounce ideas off. And sometimes the ease of perhaps making a caption or something, if I want something similar multiple times or so, it can definitely help rather than hinder, I think, or just
Brainstorming and stuff like that,
yeah.
especially if you're a creator, like with it, which is what your role is, I
Mm,
suppose. It can help generate ideas
mm.
and just brainstorm. Is somebody to brainstorm with who's essentially on the same level as yourself, I suppose, in a way.
Yeah, because I mean, you can sort of get it, it'll get to know how you think, sort of, not in a weird way, I guess. Hopefully not. But yeah, it knows what I want, and then it'll input back what I'm sort of asking for. And yeah, I think it's quite good. And I know it's not replacing me because a lot of the time, well, it can't create images that I like, so
Yeah, true.
there's
I'm
no
always having
replacement.
that same argument there.
Oh yeah, and it's always it's not always foolproof, is it? So it does have its issues as well. And at the end of the day, it's a helping tool as much as say Canva is or Photoshop or any of
Definitely.
those sort of things. That's the way I see it anyway. Jacob, do you think that apprenticeships help people build practical, adaptable skills that match what employers genuinely need?
I would say so, yeah. I mean, with MBKB's apprenticeships, anyway, we sort of often try and customise and tailor the program to what they're actually doing or what their employer would like them to do on a day-to-day basis. So if we're focusing on MBKB, then yes, definitely. But also on other apprenticeships as well. I mean, it'll teach you everything within that certain role. So if you've got payroll, for example, you are going to learn all of the payroll different methods, what to look out for, what not to look out for. Coaching, it's going to teach you all the best coaching standards and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, definitely, yeah. If you are taking on an apprentice, they are going to be learning all the skills that you want them to learn. And I mean, even going on as far to say, I know this is sounding like a little bit of a sales pitch for MBKB, but the structured flexibility, you can take modules from our other courses and bolt them onto sort of your course to give it a bit of a broader range of skill set as well. So yeah, I mean, the options are sort of limitless, really, I suppose.
For sure. Cheeky plug as well there.
Indeed, indeed. um, so yeah, Lauren.
So yeah, this next section is all about NOR, which is better known as National Apprenticeship Week, which is
Indeed.
the theme of today's episode. And as you can imagine, National Apprenticeship Week is a pretty big deal at MBKB, with us being an apprenticeship training provider. So yeah, this year's theme is Skills for Life, which I'd say we both agree on an apprenticeship will definitely give you.
Definitely. Now, I mean, National Apprenticeship Week is essentially a week-long celebration that brings together businesses, apprenticeships, training providers, schools and colleges to really shine a light on, I suppose, what an apprenticeship is really, and also the positive impact that it is having on individuals. Um, and yeah, it's really just about showcasing some of the real-life stories and just what's actually happening because of apprenticeships, I suppose.
Yeah, for sure. So using this year's theme as our first question of the section, do you think that skills for life is becoming more important than qualifications on paper?
Interesting question. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think it is. I think you need to be able to do it instead of being able to know it. I think you need to be able to, instead of just having all the information in your head, you need to be able to then apply that in your role. And this is what employers are looking for when I say they're looking for experience and stuff like that. they need to be able to know what they're doing so they can actually do it and not just know it on paper.
For sure. And I think, like, like it says, through teaching, through our apprenticeships, we are teaching skills for life that are going to, you know what I mean? Like, say your payroll skills, they're only going to, you're only going to keep that knowledge, aren't you, as well?
Definitely, yeah.
For example. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, even down to soft skills like how to engage and how to act at work and stuff like that. I mean, you're going to learn that from an apprenticeship, and just being around other apprentices, you know how to act correctly in the workplace. So yeah, definitely, 100%. Now, I know you've got a question that's for me, so would you like to let me know what that is?
Yep, agreed. This one definitely is for you, Jacob. Why do employers benefit from having an apprentice within their team just as much as the apprentice benefits from doing the apprenticeship?
So, a team will benefit from an apprentice in many ways, really. I mean, if a team's been doing something a certain way for a while, and the apprentice will learn possibly different ways of doing something from other organisations, and this is because they're going to get exposure to being with other apprentices from different organisations doing the same role as them. Which in turn will just teach them new things that they can then go back and apply within their current role. So it's going to give your team new ideas, and you'll also have a fresh outlook on sort of how things can be done. And yeah, really, I mean, not only that, if you have got, say, somebody who's coming fresh out of sort of school, college, it's going to be a bit of a financial benefit as well, because the government does lower the apprenticeship wage slightly to accommodate for people who are learning. So, I mean, it is also going to be a little bit cheaper to employ an apprentice than, say, somebody who is fully skilled. And then you can also just tailor and mould them around what you want as an employee, I suppose.
Yeah, sounds good.
Obviously, as you know, the aim for NOR really is to celebrate apprentices. So what impact does recognition have on sort of motivation and confidence?
I would say it has a huge impact, especially on motivation and confidence. If somebody recognizes that you're doing a good job and, that you're smashing your work and, something good that you've done, it just gives you that little, bit of endorphins, I guess.
Yeah.
You're going to, feel good hormone, and you're going to be like, oh, yeah, I'm smashing it.
I agree.
And I also think, on top of that, actually, not just having employers and, your company and your team celebrating apprentices, but also celebrate yourself.
Yeah.
Track those little wins and write things down. Yeah, and that can help motivate you and bring confidence up as well.
Agreed, yeah. I think that was very, very well said.
Thank you. So Jacob, how do apprenticeships help people adapt in a changing economy?
Well, apprenticeships will help people adapt in a changing economy in many ways, because it gives an easier barrier to entry if you haven't done something before to try something new and start in a new career. And yeah, I mean that I suppose that just sort of answers the question, really. I mean, if you're in a hard time with a changing economy, you should never be sort of scared to go into a new career or career path if you feel like it. An apprenticeship is a great way to do that.
For sure.
Definitely. And lastly, why do you think apprenticeships genuinely provide lifelong skills?
I think I think because an apprenticeship will obviously give you an insight into your specific job role, and like what you're doing within that. But because you will also gain other skills, lifelong skills such as like problem solving or adaptability, working within a team, time management, networking, like all those sort of soft skills that that we need, and that will help achieve within work and life generally. So yeah.
Nice.
Mhm.
And it's that time of day now, guys. It is the Empower Hour. And if you've been with us for a while now, you know what this consists of. But if you haven't, this is just where we talk about a quote or a feature or something that's empowered us over the past month or week.
For sure.
So we have actually come up with a quote already. Tell me and I forget. Teach me and I may remember. Involve me and I learn. And that is by the famous Benjamin Franklin.
It's a great quote.
Thank you. Yeah, it's quite inspirational, but it links in quite well with National Apprenticeship Week, I must say.
Yeah, I agree. I think it is. Yeah, it's a great quote, and yeah, it definitely fits in with National Apprenticeship Week for sure.
100%.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, thank you for joining us for our National Apprenticeship Week special. We hope you have enjoyed this episode and it's given you something to think about, whether you're an apprentice, an employer, or somebody who's exploring their next steps.
Indeed. And if you are interested in becoming an apprentice, or just any questions apprenticeship related, or anything along that line, feel free to reach out to me, Jacob at MBKB Group, or Jacob put on LinkedIn, or reach out to any of the team, and I'm sure they'll be able to help you out.
Yeah, for sure. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you drop a like, a comment, yeah, and share it with somebody who you think might find it useful.
Indeed. And make sure to follow us on Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube, the full shabam. Make sure to follow us and like all of our social platforms to have the most up-to-date information.
For sure.
And yeah, we shall see you in the next episode.
Yeah, see you in the next one. Thank you.
Bye.